Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this broadcast. Thank you so much for your continued support in this channel. I don't take it for granted, and a pleasure to meet you once again. Isaac Mwaura, government spokesperson, is now defending Ruto's administration. According to Isaac Mwaura, he is saying that BBC documentary is one-sided, and therefore they request IPOA to at least do something to favor them. As I was just listening to Isaac Mwaura's video, I realized that UDA government is in panic mode, and up to now, there is no president in State House. Things are boiling nicely. Ruto seems to surrender after BBC had officially exposed him internationally. Don't you remember I said all these things some months back? That these people in the government, they always wait for trouble or for problem to occur is when they come up with their conclusion. The BBC had given them chance, but now look at what shameless picture they have portrayed to the international community. Before I display this video clip of Isaac Mwaura, ladies and gentlemen, I request you kindly do me a favor, take a 1 second, click that notification bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are a first time viewer. Like my video, watch, share and give us your opinion at the comment section below. To our new subscribers who had subscribed to this broadcast, I want to say thank you for such kind of great support, because if it was not your support, then this channel could have not reached where it is as at now. Let's watch this video before I proceed.
Kenya itasimama, Kenya itanawiri kwa umoja na uzalendo. Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo. Je, wewe? Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo daima. Today we would want to address various issues and concerns, and as it was really put very clearly, the BBC documentary that was aired, is really one-sided because they didn't have a view of the government. Obviously and sincerely, we really send our most sincere condolences to the families of those affected, and we have IPOA on the cases. They have already issued a statement of the 60 deaths that were recorded. About 22 cases have been finalized, and there is more information to this that we shall be releasing as well, so that then these issues are being taken care of, and that is very important. However, it is true to say that also those who did the documentary should have sought government opinion on the same, so that they can be fair and balanced, and so that we can have a proper story that also shows the two sides of the situation. For example, they show a parliament being burnt, but they don't show who is doing it. They seem to minimize the various the vandalization that happened in parliament, and going forward, because we cannot have a country that also is led through anarchy and mayhem. Yes, there were legitimate concerns. They never even gave a proper account of the issues within the finance bill, because we do not want a situation where we have people inciting Kenyans to violence. And also, if you look at even the whole documentary, they never spoke about the issue, even giving the president's speech ample time to be heard. They were very keen to show the other side of the story, and there are always at least two sides of a story, and there is also the government position on this issue. And once again, I would want to say, as a government spokesperson, on behalf of the government, that we send our sincere condolences to those that are departed. Every life is important, and IPOA is getting to the bottom of it, and it is important that we have a dialogue and conversation, but then where you hear both sides of the story, not just one side, as if you have a premeditated narrative. We've already reached out to BBC. It's good to say that very clearly on these issues, and we have already expressed our sentiments to them, and we will be communicating going forward as far as this matter is concerned.
So you've watched and listened to that video clip of Isaac Mwaura, the government spokesperson. When you look at his facial expression, they are disparate, they are confused, and they are no longer having any conclusion to defend themselves as those who are in the government. And as I keep on telling you here, there's one thing we must always take serious in this life. It is always called respect and listening to the voices. You as a leader, what have you done? What have you done? Have you listened to any Kenyans' voices? On June 25th, 2024, many youth stormed the street. They were demonstrating, they were demanding their right in the constitution. And all these things happened after William RUTO took over power. They first started by saying that they found empty coffers. Thereafter, they started again with another political shocker, impeaching the deputy president. After that, and after that it's gone, they went onwards by even removing the AG and the other UDA allies. Of course, this might be none of our business, but our main concern is, how is Isaac Mwaura going to rescue RUTO? Because whatever Isaac Mwaura is now revealing to us, according to me, based on my own political observation, is a weak reaction. The BBC has enough evidence. The BBC will arrest William RUTO, and they have that enough evidence to prove to the president that on this date, you did to Kenyans youth this and that. Even if the IPOA will come up with their own perspective, then therefore, whatever the BBC have said or exposed in social media is now being known by many people internationally. You see, if we say that the government is claiming that the BBC was one side, they are wrong. Because the BBC took whatever happened. The youths went to the street, they demonstrated. Then after that demonstration, there was loss of life. Many youths were tear gas. Yet it is something which is being guaranteed in the constitution. Now, if leaders cannot listen to Kenyans' voices, then it means that they are going to be under arrest, because the police officers who were also exposed by the BBC News, they must pay for it. Remember, whatever you are doing in this world, whether it is shedding of blood, whether it is illegal abduction, whether it's whichever thing you are doing, you must pay for it. Malipo ni hapa duniani. The government of UDA has a long way to go, and they are now in panic mode. Isaac Mwaura is rendered speechless. He cannot fathom more and come up with a superior conclusion whereby they can defend whatever BBC have exposed internationally. And I believe up to now, even the ICC are all aware of whatever the UDA administration did to the people in the Republic of Kenya. So this is weak reaction. They have no any other evidence. They are only waiting for their day to be slaughtered. I don't know when, but their time has reached, as the other side opposition are also grooming and planning to thwart them ahead of 2027. I told you here that the only way RUTO will win this election, and I'm saying this without fear of contradiction, is to rig election. He is depending on Raila Odinga to rescue him, but this time round ground imekataa, kwa sababu this government killed many people, but they never come up and say we did this, we are sorry for that. In fact, they are still lamenting and complaining that BBC is only one side. They don't care. Instead of coming up with a better conclusion by saying, well, we have been exposed as a country, what can we do? If it is a matter of listening to their voices, then Kenyans want us to do this and that. If it is a matter of corruption, why should we stop? If the governors are incompetent, why don't they work? If the MCS are incompetent, why don't they work? If the president himself is corrupt, what should be done? What should he do to stop this corruption? Those are the things they should think of. But look, government spokesperson saying BBC is one-sided. That is what he can come up with. Shallow answer, shallow defensive. They are disparate and they are behaving now like a chicken waiting to be slaughtered. Their time has arrived and they must now pay for it. As I conclude, malipo ni hapa hapa duniani, and that is a very clear message we are receiving from the government. They are now begging IPOA to assist them, but it is too late because they are waiting for trouble to happen is when they react. This is a lesson which even leaders should learn. You should learn to listen to any voice. You should learn to listen to any person, because after all, at the end of this life, there is no permanent leadership. Today you are prime minister, today you are president, tomorrow you will not be president. The only name will remain is he was once a president. But the most essential thing is a legacy to be left behind. What is Ruto leaving behind? Ruto's administration, together with this regime. A question for another day. Bye-bye. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's meet on another political discussion. Bye-bye.